to JBOMBSHELL podcast. Your host, Justin JBOMBSHELL and the Bombshell, Jacqueline Hunter.
Episode 2. Here we go. I'm Justin JBOMBSHELL.
And I'm Jacqueline.
The Bombshell.
Yes.
This is our podcast for mental health awareness. Yeah. Breaking down barriers, influencing people to recover and let people know suffering can end. Like to acknowledge we're on Treaty 1 land. Always acknowledge that these lands are the Anishinaabe, Cree, Dene, Dakota, Ojibwe, and Ojibwe Cree people, and the home of the Métis Nation. And we like gay truckers. We're right wing, but we're left wing too. So I don't know. We don't really talk politics on this show because it's mental health is not political. Mental health. It affects everybody. It's like cancer. It's an epidemic these days, and we're gonna get people talking. Mm-hmm. With we don't like the substance abuse. You know, we don't know where to start talking today. Let's talk about the substance abuse and trauma. Man, booze is awesome for masking the pain. Huh, baby?
Mm-hmm.
What was your drink?
Budweiser. I liked my Budweiser.
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Actually,
I liked any kind of beer.
Chick
didn't really matter what it was.
Chick that drinks beer?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep, I was a beer girl. Not anymore.
Nope.
No.
We're both living the sober life now. Loving
50
it.
days. Today. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm pushing in on a official divorce settlement, so we're gonna keep that off the record for now. I've been sober this whole time. Plead the fifth. Let's just say I'm feeling really good now that all that shit's out of my system. It's not even when you're drinking and actively drunk that it affects you. Mm-hmm. Your body has alcohol in it for days after. So you don't even get a chance. 4 or 5 days isn't enough to get 10 or 12 drinks out of your body. Mm-hmm. So if you're drinking every Saturday, you're living in an energy that's just always affected by alcohol. And that's not fun. After a while, especially if, I don't know, I was a little bit of an angry drunk.
Were you?
Yep.
How come?
Welcome. Started drinking way too young.
How old were you?
Strictly for pain. Drinking? I had my first good party when I was about 14. Mm-hmm. Just slamming OEs in the hood.
What was going on at that time? At 14?
Well, Mom was long gone with her new boyfriend. Oh God, that's a moment. So when I was 12, my mom left the family. Oh, your mic fell off.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Okay, we get to show your boobs on the camera there.
All right.
For the boys and the girls.
Okay, so 14 years old. What was going on?
When I was 12, my mom left the family. Mm-hmm. And she said she didn't want to break up me and my brother. Mm-hmm. So she was leaving me with my dad. And I was like, well, why are you leaving? And she's like, your dad's an alcoholic. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So when she said he's an alcoholic, I didn't think that I was going to ever stay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, well, where are we going? And he was mean and fucking.
Like just when he was drinking, or
yeah. He's a pure Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
Mr. Hyde. We're fucking. He was the kind of dad that would give you $20 the next day and say sorry.
Mm-hmm. That must have been confusing.
Still to this day, he has that dual personality. He's just quiet man, works hard when he's sober, bonds, he can develop relationship, caring, compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he drinks, his demons came out. And so when I was 12, my mom left. She picked me up from school and said she was leaving. Dad's an alcoholic. I was going, where are we going to go? She's like, you're staying with your brother. We don't want to break you guys up. I was like, well, I thought you just said Dad's an alcoholic. She's like, he is. That's why I'm leaving. I'm like, well, where are we going? She says, you're staying here. I'm leaving. I'm like, but you said Dad's an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving. And so it really didn't process when I was 12 for like at least 5-10 minutes of that. That was honestly how it went. I didn't get the two things, how my mom's leaving my dad because he's an alcoholic, but then leaves me there.
With your brother?
Yeah, my brother, who was my dad's biological son.
Mm-hmm.
I was adopted when I was 5. I got my name changed. And at that point...
I didn't know that.
At that point, yeah.
Mm.
You never seen my birth certificate?
No.
It says, Mom, Lisa, Dad, gone for smoke. Dad, be right back. So I had my mom's last name. Mm-hmm. Which is weird. I guess still in my birth certificate, your adopted dad doesn't go on your birth certificate. But I ended up getting his last name. And like any back genealogy is weird because I can get my Métis card through my adopted grandma's side. Mm-hmm. Both sides of, well, I was adopted, so that side I can get it through. But my maternal grandma's side is full Métis from St. Rose, so. Yeah. Fuck, man, that sucked.
Yeah, no doubt. So
she bounces, and it's good at first. Because my grandma was sweet. She'd always check in on me, my brother, and make sure there was food in the house, and always went out to Costco and Marigold. Remember that restaurant we went to?
Yeah.
That's that. What do you call that? Sculpture your friend made is hanging up there. That's where we used to go with my grandma, my dad. Shoot, but
was that tree up at the time?
That was only, yeah, it was.
It was, really. Sorry.
It's okay. My grandma was sweet. Mm-hmm. That's all I need to say. She would check in, but my dad on the weekends, he would get drunk. As soon as she would leave, he'd crack open some beers, and I'd try and play some video games or something, and then we'd just black out. Mm-hmm. I guess my brother would be in bed, and then one day he just fucking freaked out. He told me I wasn't even his son, blood son. My mom was already bounced. So here I am getting fucking abused by an alcoholic guy, raging on me for something my mom did to him. And buddy, I was on the same page as him. I was like, man, my mom abandoned me. She neglected me emotionally and then abandoned me. And
did she ever come visit?
No. I would go to her place every other weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she bribed her way out of that conversation too. I was like, well, what do you mean you're going to leave? She's like, you're going to stay, but you're going to get this thing called the child tax. You're going to get a couple $100 a month, Justin. And it's going to be all yours. You can buy your own clothes, your own food, whatever you need. And when you're 12, that sounds great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My mom kept the child tax.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even give it to my dad. She kept it under her name and then didn't pay child support.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man. And then so I love substance.
Yeah.
Oh, I love drinking. As soon as I got drunk for the first time, then I was just angry, freak out,
Yeah.
scream. There's like primal scream. Got my little nuts fucking dropped. I was like, instead of crying, I would just yell.
Mm-hmm.
Fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
I stopped fucking flighting.
And then when did you get out of there? Out of that house? How old were you?
Oh, man.
I think you said you went to live with your grandma.
Trigger warning. Let's stay in that moment. So I called my mom when he freaks out on me. He tells me I'm not his kid. Paying for a kid that's not his. I remember I found the word slut was thrown around often in my house. Remember, I called the girl a slut in junior high. Mm-hmm. Probably around that age, I was 12. She fucking smashed my head off the fucking wall. Instantly. Mm-hmm. I was out cold. Mm-hmm. Got sent to the principal's office. Where'd you learn that word? I'm all concussed. It's just like, oh, my dad calls my mom that. Mm-hmm. Get that call. Mm-hmm. You know, my fucking dad picked me up too. He was mad at me. Mm-hmm. I'm calling girls sluts. You think
he was sober now?
Well, right? He's at work. You're making me miss work for this, and I was knocked the fuck out. I had a pretty severe concussion. Yeah. I went home, slept, and puked. Mm-hmm. He went back to work, taking no responsibility for all those times he demonstrated that behavior in front of me. Mm-hmm. Disaster, Jacqueline. Mm-hmm. They say you need at least one good parent. If you have one decent parent, you're going to get by in life. But when you have no parents, fuck.
But you had a grandma.
Yeah.
You had a grandma. So when did you move out? You moved with your grandma.
Well, I guess by the time I was 14, 15, I had friends in high school. Mm-hmm. So I started drinking. And then I ended up living at my girlfriend's. And then when I was 16, I went to my mom's house and her boyfriend. Oh man, that was torture.
How so?
I was able to confront my mom for abandoning me. Mm-hmm. I got a job, which they made me do. Get a job. Okay, whatever. I got a job at Domo, but I'm living on the north side and going to school in Windsor Park, taking the bus the long way, and I have a steady job. And the car comes in. It's for sale. Some guy's trying to sell it to me. It's, I don't know, $2,500. I guess that was a lot back in 99. Mm-hmm. But I brought the idea to my parents, and they said they were going to buy it for me. The happiest I've ever felt in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school the next day. I had my driver's license already. I was like, I'm getting a car.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the coolest kid in the school. Make my payments. My parents forgive me. And it comes down to getting the car. We decided that I need a car more than you need a car. I was like, so you're not buying me that car? Well, we're buying the car, but it's going to be for me. I was like, this is like a Honda Civic CRX with a CD changer. It was meant for someone young. Mm-hmm. And she fucking took it and drove in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
Never let me use it. Never, no generosity. Always yelling at me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I was drinking as soon as I could. Fuck. And then I was legit, like, accidentally totally slept in for an exam. One of the only times I ever, like, really didn't blow it off. I didn't want to fail English by missing the exam. You went to school every day to get to that point, to get that credit, and you're just like, Mom, I need a ride to Windsor Park. Nope. Should have thought of that yourself. Take the bus. It's like, no, I'm going to fail English. It ain't my problem. I was like, oh my God. And then we had a huge fight there. Like, I hate you. I think it really actually did. Me and my mom punched each other. And she came charging at me. And she told me to go find my biological dad. Then I think she said I should have had an abortion. And then, where did I go after that? I think that's when I went to my grandma's house. And my mom fucking hated that. And then all my other aunties hated that too.
And that was your mom's mom?
Yeah. And so my mom would talk to my aunties and my cousins, and they'd just fucking label me a mooch. It's taking advantage of grandma.
And how old were you now?
I was 17. I was 18 actually, and I had to drop out of high school. I had nowhere to live. And my grandma put her foot down. She's like, you're gonna come and live with me. You're gonna get your high school diploma. It's like, thank you, grandma. That's it. You need to get a job and chip in. So I ended up getting a job at Subway and taking 2 high school courses at nighttime at an adult school, doing exactly what I needed to do, paying my rent with my grandma. And she was telling me, I remember my first paycheck, and you have to give her $400. Like, what the hell? I'm an alcoholic, grandma. I gotta go drinking. I got some drinking and drugging to do. Oh no, you gotta pay for those groceries, these bills, and this and that. She shaped me into a man. And then,
so life started kind of getting better.
It was the first fucking time I ever felt like I had a home.
Aww.
First time anyone ever hugged and loved me consistently every fucking day. Okay. I miss her. And then I couldn't relax because the pressure from my family to move out. Grandma had her life. Grandma raised her kids. She doesn't need you there. I was the first one in my family to go to university. Grandma, can I stay here if I go to university? I want to be a teacher. I'm really good at mathematics. Fuck. So I never ever felt like I had a home. I drank lots. I wasn't even 18 by then. I was drinking lots. Like, I don't remember. I had to quit university because it was too expensive, and I was having anxiety attacks. I was drinking and wasn't able to study. But it's the drinking that sucked the most. It came in when I was 14, my first drink. So. And then rage drinking. That's what it was. Oh, I've been battling a cold too, so just crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. Who's crying out there? Nobody better be crying. No, you cry. Real men can cry on TV. It's okay for macho men to show every emotion available. I've soared with the eagles, and I've slithered with the snakes, and I've been everywhere in between.
You liked wrestling. Talk about your wrestling.
Yeah, I love wrestling. I have a new wrestling joke. So, like, I love wrestling so much. Actually, I should bite my tongue. Can I try it?
Sure.
My wrestling joke?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so I love wrestling so much. As a kid, I used to think that these guys would ever one day kick the door down and save me. Fucking Hogan or Bret Hart or all the heroes. Oh. So then I got older and I'm still the biggest wrestling fan. You got the DX days, The Rock. But The Undertaker was the old school. He's been around forever. And so the first time I ever gave a girl an orgasm, I seen her eyes roll back in her head. And I thought of The Undertaker right away because I was just like, fuck yeah, wrestling, you know? So as we're doing it, I gave her the old Paul Bear. I was just like,
Oh my god.
And she actually did like it. She's like, hold that voice, keep talking dirty to me. Like, you keep taking this tombstone and your vagina's gonna rest in peace.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that guy?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember Paul Bear?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember the Hardy Boys. Remember the Hardy Boys?
Yes.
Stable.
The girl?
Yeah, Stable. Oh, the guys like Stable.
The bombshell. You're way hotter than Sable.
Okay.
You are. I tell her she looks like Tammy Sitch before she fucking ran that guy over and went to jail for fucking homicide. Jesus. Talk about trauma. No, yeah, well, you know, she was a messed up. I don't know what happened to her, but she's in jail now. She killed somebody. Couldn't get off the drugs.
She was drinking and driving, wasn't she?
She has like fucking 10 DUIs.
Yeah.
She pulls out hammers on people.
Yeah.
Hatchets. She was a nice girl. She turned down Playboy. She says it was probably one of the biggest mistakes she ever made. She was like 21 and so shy, even though she was a big whore backstage. She was like, I just want to be a whore for Shawn Michaels. I don't want to be a whore for everybody. But yeah. And then Sable did Playboy.
She regrets doing Playboy.
Oh?
Yeah. Because her sex tape that went out with Tommy Lee, it wasn't taken seriously, their invasion of their privacy, because she did Playboy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does, yeah.
Well,
it's really sad. That was a very personal sex tape that got released.
That was?
Yeah.
And it's one thing to consent for one thing, and then that's not fair. That wouldn't fly these days, babe. Pamela, you're safe. You're safe with us.
We love her.
We love Pamela.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked wrestlers growing up. There were. Yeah, let's talk about some things that saved me from trauma.
Yeah, so you loved wrestling. How old were you?
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yep. Good old Ozzy Osbourne, some guitar solos on the weekend. Was able to blow off that steam, that anger.
Yeah.
The Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
Oh,
your guitar. When did you
yeah,
start
I
learning?
play guitar. I started learning around 17 or 18, taking it serious. It's like something, I don't know, it was weird. Like I didn't understand how a stringed instrument worked. And it bothered me. I'm a problem solver. I need to know how things work. And I figured out what a chord was. I was like, oh, okay. And then you learn to play a chord, and it's like, it ended up being fun. It's like learning the golf too. It's like, okay, this is kind of awkward, but then you get that fucking shot. It's like, woo, sucks you back in for another round of golf. You torture yourself, right? Just to get that shot.
Yeah.
Next round or after a year, you get 4 or 5 nice shots around. And if you get real steady good, you can have a good fucking day with your buddy and start gambling.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with guitar. It's like you suck at first, but you nail that one note, and it's like, ooh. Then you put a couple notes together after a few years, and it's like, wow, this is fun. You had some lyrics on there, and you got yourself some originals, and you're performing at fucking 19 in front of the mirror. But holy shit, art doesn't pay the bills, and I wasn't on Welly then. I was working. I was capable of work. So I couldn't monetize my art, whatever, but I still always played guitar. It was always fun for me. I was just jamming today, actually. Felt fucking good. We killed 30 minutes pretty fast.
Is it done?
No, not quite.
Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
Oh, what else feels good? Oh, banging. Yeah.
Banging?
Banging.
Banging what?
Banging. That was I ended up getting addicted.
Banging?
Banging.
Like a sex addiction?
Yeah.
Oh.
At first it was fun, it was supposedly healthy.
Yeah.
Fucking 28 kids later.
28 kids later, hey?
No. I date very pro-choice. See, we're left wing too. We're not just right wing. Her body, her choice, right, babe?
That's right.
That's fucking right. Leave me out of your fucking politics here. I don't want any fucking politicians down there. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, we're gonna get you interviewed next time. I don't know. We're influencers though. Like, we fly by the seat of our pants sometimes. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not really that scripted. What we want to do is we want you guys to know that it's okay to talk.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Whatever you're feeling is okay. Fuck that speaker. Everything's going to be okay all the time, no matter what.
That's true.
If you ever need to call the crisis line, 204-774-4184 in Winnipeg. In Canada, 1-833-456-4566. And I don't know if the kids' help phone's around anymore, but 1-800-668-6868, kids' help phone back in the day. You ever call that number?
No.
I called it one time. It was on YTV. It was pretty fucking good. I'm pretty sure I talked about my dad being a jerk.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's cool. That was a fucking flashback. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful to be sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you stay sober for?
For myself, for my kids, and
Your
for
children?
you, and for...
I'll stay sober for myself first, of course. Yeah, I'm grateful for sobriety. Today I was grateful for to get to this person. We had 70 views on our last video without any promotion. This is something I'm extremely proud about. I can't wait to go out into the open mic scene and tell all my friends and tell the world to tune into the JBOMBSHELL podcast.
We're gonna have some better podcasts.
Yeah.
Too. Like we're going to.
This was wonderful.
Yeah, it was good.
Let us know what you think. Please leave a comment, follow us, subscribe send us some money on Patreon, JBomb Comedy. And just know that we love you guys. Everything's going to be okay. And I don't know. Say bye to the boys, Jackie. Say bye. Bye, boys. Send us some money.
Oh, stop.
Show me your feet.
No.
Okay, till next week, guys. Sorry about my voice, but the production, everything's gonna get better.
Mhm.
We got these new mics, so peace out.